Hello and welcome to the Sports in the YouTube channel. Me and Carl are here today to discuss one man, and that is the Liverpool goalkeeper, number one, best keeper in the world, Alisson Becker. Carl's there shaking his head in hands straight away. Not having
He's
that,
not even
Carl.
best keeper. He's not even best keeper in the league. Never mind world, mate.
It's questionable. Questionable.
He's
Why?
not.
Who's your best
He's
keeper
not.
in the league?
He's not. He's not even in top two.
Give over.
He's not.
Oh, you having Martinez and Edison?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
And I'd
Fucking.
and I'd probably potentially look at putting David Raya in there. He's chasing him down. He's David Raya,
He's had one. He's had a fucking
which is
seven
why
good games. He's had 7 good games this season.
I said he's chasing him down. He had a good season last season.
Did he fuck?
Yeah, he did.
Nah, not for me. He made loads of fucking cock ups. He gave Man City a league pretty much when he chucked a couple in at Spurs that time. Anyway, we're not here to discuss that. That's actually not what we're here to discuss on this podcast. But it's a good talking point. Um, so yeah, Alisson Becker injured again. Question is, well, I'll tell you what. So we were just talking about this before we came on camera. His injury record. So obviously you kindly did the research and passed me these stats, Carl. So we've compared him to four of the keepers. So Alisson Becker, this is over 5 seasons. He's had 7 different injuries. And I think a lot of them have been hamstring injuries, if memory serves me rightly.
Which is weird for a goalkeeper. Weird.
Yeah, and bearing in mind as well, Liverpool don't play long balls; they play short balls. So he's not kicking
Yeah.
long quite a lot of the time. Um,
Mm.
so he's had 7 different injuries. They're probably not all on hamstring, but I know a lot of his injuries are. He's missed 41 games in all comps over
It's
five
more than.
seasons.
It's more than 41. It was 41 plus.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Um, so a lot of people compare him to Edison. Obviously, been Brazilian, been pretty much top 2 keepers in the league for the last 5, 6 seasons, however you want to look at it. He's
Yeah.
had 4 different injuries, which is still quite a lot for a goalkeeper. He's missed 17 games. That's less than half of what Alisson's missed. And then you've got Emi Martinez. He's had 1 injury, missed 1 game. David Raya, your man, 1 injury, missed 19 games, which is a lot to be fair for just 1 injury.
It is.
And then we've got our man, England's number one, Slick Pick. He's had a couple of injuries and he's missed 11 games. So
The thing that stands out for me is Alisson has missed a full season. In 40, over 41 games. It's a full season,
I can't
which he's
remember.
missed
I
in
can't
five
remember
years.
a season that we've had where he's been um, ever present. I can't remember one since he's been at the
You,
club.
you probably haven't had one.
Probably not. No.
You
Which
probably haven't had one.
which is worrying because listen, don't get me wrong. It's like as we were just talking. It's up for debate how good he is in terms of world number one, two, three, etc., etc. He's up there with one of the best, without a shadow of a doubt. He is. But the question is now, and maybe
How
a
old is
little.
he?
Oh, I think he's 30. Tell you what, I'll just double check. Hold on. I think he might be 31.
That's just young.
32.
Still young for a keeper, that.
Oh, yeah, so he's got another, you'd say, a good 4 or 5 years at top level.
And the rest.
Yeah.
I'd say 7, 8.
Um, is it time for Liverpool to think about moving on as of next season, maybe, or have they already done that potentially?
I think I would. It's either that or the potential look at losing a really, really, really good number two. Um,
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? And as Liverpool fans, we're quite comfortable with Kelleher being in goal, probably because he gets a lot of first team action. So therefore, he
yeah,
is as a number two. He gets a lot. He gets more game time than any other number two, probably. Especially last season when we were in Europa League. Klopp tend to play him in pretty much all the cup comps, right up, even the FA Cup, right up to the finals. He tend to play Kelleher. Um, but he wants to go and be a number one, and it seems very weird that not weird, but we've signed a keeper for about 35 million quid, I believe, in Mamadash.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the lines, you're thinking either Kelleher's number one, Mamadash number two, or someone's moving on somewhere because it just the numbers
Well, one
just
of them's
don't add up,
going.
do they?
One of them's going. They've got to
Yeah.
go. And
So
I would have said until I started having a little look into Allison, I would have said, nah, he's not going anywhere. Kelleher's going. But after this little bit of research I did, I wouldn't surprise me if Allison went. I can see him going to Saudi. Because what the talks of Edison going.
well, we did a show on it, didn't we?
So obviously, whether Edison goes this summer or not, Allison is a very, very similar
I think he's
keeper.
got. I think he's got. He might have one more year after this season left.
So it makes sense.
I My personal thoughts on this is that Kelleher will be the one to leave. I think Liverpool have kept him this season, knowing full well Alisson's injury record, because Yaros, who obviously came on Saturday against Palace, he asked to leave as well this season. They said basically, no, we need you, which is obviously proved the right decision given the fact that as a number three goalkeeper had to come on at the weekend.
Yeah.
I think Keller's going to go. I think they're going to let Keller going to go because he's been kind of not beating the drum, but he's been talking aloud about it in the media, and not in a bad way. You know, he's been professional about it, but he's made
He's
no
just said he
bones
wants to
about.
get. He's just saying that he's ready now to be a number one. Is what he said,
Yeah,
which
and
is
I think he's
fair
25.
enough.
I think he's 26-year old. It's like, look, he needs that move now. You know, he's probably got best part of two big contracts in him. So,
Yeah.
and I think it's only fair. I think the Mamadash signing is one for a couple of seasons. I mean, I think it's a case of we've signed another number one there on the basis that if Alisson's injuries does carry on as it is, I think they'll stick with him because he's been a good servant. But I think the Mamadash signing is basically a case of, well, if shit really does hit the fan with this guy, we've got a ready-made replacement to come in the club already.
Yeah, I think he's coming in to be number one, to be honest.
Do you reckon so?
Yeah. I mean, he's only young and he's only like 21, 22 or something.
Yeah, I think he's 22, yeah.
But I think he's coming in to be number one. He's good enough. He's
Yeah,
decent.
yeah, he's a good keeper. I think it's just his age. I think is why Liverpool might think, well, do you know what? Spend a season in this guy's shadow because he's been one of the best, potentially still is one of the best. Spend a season under this guy, watch him, learn from him, literally fucking be a sponge for a season, and then if he carries on the way it is, you know, we will potentially move him aside, bring in another number two, and then you'll take the number one spot. That's my predictions anyway, but we shall see. But it's worrying, and it happens all the time. It happens, and like you say, for fucking
I
hamstring injuries for a goalkeeper, it's just weird.
mean, I wouldn't call it worrying. I'd call losing Mo Salah worrying because of no replacement. They've already foreseen that this could happen
Yeah.
and taken action, so they have planned for it. So for me, I wouldn't call it worrying. I mean, not that I'm a Liverpool follower, but it seems like me that they've planned for this and you think they've foreseen what could happen and
Well,
taken action. So I think it's good business and good planning from Liverpool, to be fair.
you're probably right to be fair, and you know a lot of Liverpool fans were saying in the summer like, why the fuck are we signing a keeper? We don't need a keeper. We need a centre half. We need a number six. Rah rah rah. Why are we signing a right winger? We've got one, but actually, it's probably proven the fact that we did need another keeper. Albeit I know he's not at the club right now, but we needed one, or we're gonna need one.
And he's gaining experience at is it Valencia? Is it
Valencia, is
Valencia?
that? Yeah, yeah.
Is it, it's not no Mickey Mouse club either. He's getting decent experience.
Yeah, exactly. He's at a big club, you know. I'm sure, you know, Valencia that once what there was, but they'll still be a demanding club nonetheless in La Liga. Um, but we shall see. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about Alisson for next season. Do you think Liverpool should pull the plug on him? Do you think Liverpool have potentially already foreseen this and Mohamed Ashvili is coming in as number one? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. And don't forget, give us a subscribe to the channel. It's always much appreciated. Catch you later.